Well, you know, and it's interesting. This is one of those situations where, because of just how large of a geographical area our viewing area spans, we will run the gamut in precipitation types, from snow to rain to even some significant freezing rain. The good news is that precip isn't going to be impacting us until after the polls are closed this evening. So again, most of the daylight hours today will be dry. Storm Track Live showing you that area of precipitation back to our west. But again, it will not be impacting our weather conditions directly here for at least several hours now. We do have a winter storm watch that will kick into effect starting at 10 o'clock tonight, and that is from Calhoun to Barrie, Kent, Ottawa, Muskegon counties off to the east and northeast. So at least in the short term, we are looking at conditions that will stay mostly dry for most of the day today. Temperatures outside, high teens to low 20s, so there really could be some icy patches around some locations. But again, at least during the daylight hours out at the bus stop, the kids are going to want the warm jackets and probably the boots as we continue to melt some of that snowpack that we picked up here late last week. We do again have the potential for that icy mixture precip to arrive in the area later this evening and overnight tonight. Meteorologist Velasquez is nailing down the track and timing of that.
Yeah, Terry, still about 20 hours away from some of the heaviest precipitation. And while we're concerned about an icing event, this could start as a mix of rain and snow in some locations. An ice storm, very, very difficult to forecast. And the best bet is it only affects a small portion of the area with the heaviest icing. But let's take a look at this ice forecast. Starts at midnight tonight. Look at what happens as we start to move through time here. That bar at the top of your screen is going to start to move as we go from 1 to 2 o'clock. Terry, I wonder if you could give that a little bit of a boost for me. Tends to slow down a bit. There you go. You can see it moving to about 4 o'clock this morning. And then we start to see a little bit of some totals here to the north and northeast of Grand Rapids. Best bet there. And then go ahead and advancing it along one more time here. And we'll see those numbers continue to increase across the area. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's when it looks like the best bet for some of those slick roads would be this, of course, coincides with the morning commute. And go ahead and give that one more push for me. By 10 o'clock, most of the icing has tapered off. And looking at temperatures for tomorrow morning, this is why we're concerned with perhaps some slippery roads. Midnight, we're down to around 30, 31 at 2 o'clock, 32 here at 4 a.m. Once we start to increase those temps as we move towards 6, 8, and 10 a.m., we'll start to see that chance for icing diminish, and also we'll start to melt some of that. A closer look at your 8-day forecast is coming up.